I just could not get moving at all. I'm in kind of comfy stuff tonight. Just had to be in comfy and we're just relaxing and chilling. I'm gonna be on with elevated chills, so I can only be on till I've got to watch the clock. Um, at 10 o'clock his channel, so we're just gonna be talking about monetization and all that. So I apologize for again just being late. I literally could not get going. I was just like, I cannot get going tonight. So we're just relaxing, we're chilling, I'm having a cup of tea. Nothing fancy here at Blessed to Crochet, right? Just relax and chilling and taking it easy. That's all I can do tonight. Said it was gonna rain, but I don't know. Says it was gonna rain. We'll see, right? So we're working on the pumpkin. Working to get that one done. It's coming out adorable. I have to get a container again for the glue. But hi Fairbrooks, welcome on in. I was just like, it's a comfy night tonight. So, we're gonna be comfortable, right? I have to be comfortable today. I'm just tired today. I was having some allergies. I'm just tired.
Well, I know why you have a chill.
Why?
The fan's still on high.
The fan in our bedroom is not on high. It's on the normal.
Yes, it is.
It's on the normal speed.
The medium, whatever it is, it's still on a higher north.
I wasn't cold. I was just tired.
Can I finish?
Yes, you can.
But our room is like abnormally cold for this time of day.
No, it's fine. I'm just tired. I just couldn't get it moving. So, Josh, what time is it? I need you to be my little
23.
Okay, 8:23. I need you to tell me when it's 8:40, please.
What?
9:40.
9:40?
Where I'm gonna go on with elevated chills on his channel, and he's gonna email me or message me at 9:45. So I've got to get off so I can get set up with him. Oh, honey, can you come here before you, please?
Why are you sitting down?
Well, when you get a second, I would really, really, really appreciate it.
The things I do for you.
Can you come here and grab my earphones and put them up and make sure they're charged, please? Because I'll need them later. I forgot about that. I forgot to give them to you. My head's not there. So hopefully everybody is doing well.
Maybe.
Peanut from the Peanut Gallery. I just literally could not. I need to move. I need to get. I could not get going. Seam ripper. So it's taking it easy. We're just gonna take it easy. So anyway, nothing fancy here. Nice if I brought down the yarn, right? Or the fabric, not yarn. So we're working on the pumpkin. We got done with this. It looks so good, y'all. Looks so good. Okay. So let's see. Let's really see. Let's work on the leaves, which I know we said I kind of work with these fabrics. Kind of these. So let's start out. I really think what we're going to do, because there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 1, 2, 3 little crosses. And I'm thinking I'm going to actually change that, because originally I had this here, but I think I'm going to remove that. I think you could actually do that without. And then that way there will be, we're going to remove this or this, and then it'll be even 3 and 3. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this here with kind of this, with a little bit of the kind of this, the lighter, we'll try to find some lighter parts there. And then we're gonna, ouch, don't do that, that's sharp. That hurt. I do that every once in a while. Well, you are sharp. Your edge of your seam ripper is sharp. Anyway, whew, we're gonna do that, and then we'll do the red, and then we'll do this other more solid color out to the edge because of this part that we're going to. I'll hurt myself. Hi, Red Bull. The edge of the seam ripper hurts. So instead of skipping, I think it would be better to actually have solid all the way up. So we're going to try. You should be able to actually cut this. I did cut it to be a thing, but I'm going to eliminate that, because then that way it would be a solid thing. So anyway, I'm going to be on Elevated Chills, if you're not familiar with this channel, at 10 o'clock. So I just kept falling asleep. So I think it would be good to butt this up with the same color. Well, actually, no. I just thought of that. I don't think so. Well, hold on a second. We're going to have to change course now. Because if we butt this up with the same color, if we make this, thinking if we butt this up with the same color, it may be hard to see the two leaves. Possibly. What I think I'm going to do, well, I don't know if I'm going to necessarily do that. I actually think we're going to go with no, I like the look of the solid leaf. And I think if you don't have that red to separate it, it's going to look like one big leaf. You could do opposite, like you could do the not solid. No. Let's just do one and see what it looks like and go from there. Because of this, I think that if you use this on the bottom, because of the variation, they're going to look different. That's one thing to think about. So there's like Mama Tot says, if you follow her, there's nothing but to pop the seal, right? And just do it. Right, so I'm going to kind of look for maybe one that's just kind of like, you see this? We're going to kind of see about doing something like this. But we're going to have to do one side and the other side. But kind of like this darker leaf here on the bottom. And then I can pick a totally different leaf for the other side. Like, see this? We can use that on the other side. So let's kind of do this way, because you want to make sure when you're doing something like this, let's pull a little bit of this green. You kind of want to look for something that's that'll be pretty. Kind of looking like this. Okay, and y'all, I need some music tonight. We need to rock with some Scott Thompson, y'all. Hi, Alfonso. Okay. That's fine. Like I said, there was no rush for that. I just do want to get that one shirt up, and I can't tell everybody what it is. I want it when I get it done. The first one, the spontaneous one, but that's all I'm going to give y'all. You gotta listen to some Scott, y'all. We just gotta blow up or not blow up anything, but you know what I mean. Let's see, where is some Scott?
Friends, I'm out, and now I'm sure you'd like on the guitar, Mr. Jim.
I'm getting through the introduction, Phil.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome.
There's Scott.
Jolly Roger, Bruce. This is the Scott Thompson Trio, here to play the music that we hope you enjoy. And we're going to start off this session with a cabaret, old chum.
You're sitting alone in your room. When the music play. She hears something. Come feel the time, come here's the band, come to the house. Start singing right in the right this way. Your table's waiting, don't you? 5 minutes all of the bruise, and Robin following. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Don't do that cabaret. One, come to the man, come to the house, not celebrating. A minute of just in the moon. Baby. Only I can't real charm. Life is a real charm. And I'm too. Like that darker against the pumpkin. Now, here's I want everybody to remember something. Now, this was not Scott's favorite song. He wrote the song, but it wasn't his favorite song. But just remember, it's never too late to do your thing. Now, you'll hear a lot of 70s references in the song, but just a reminder, it's never too late to do your thing. And your thing, never too late. You just swing. And you got the fun. I got you got out of line. No, you just might blow your mind. I know so fun. I'm so. Have your saying. It's never too late. It's your way. The drag. And over the down. On your bag. Nose it around on your bag. Three says you say I won't give it. Have company you can. You run it again. Right in your own groove. You're the minute to move. Another sense to do your thing. Your thing. You're saying it's ever too late. At your way, like a drag, down the leg, around on your bag. Ask me and just say I won't give in. Have company, you will win. And life's a game. See you right of the last. You're your own groove. You're into the moon. Your thing. Do your thing. Your thing. Do your thing. Do your thing. Do your thing. You gotta position this stuff on the earth and how it's coming. I think I'm gonna like it better coming. There's kind of a leaf there. That's kind of where I'm gonna stick it. Because there's a similar leaf, so it doesn't look like something out of the works.
Not that.
Have you met Miss Jones? One of my favorite, all-time favorite. I'm not. I'll find the perfect spot. I just haven't found it. I might have to redo it because I'm not liking it. Gotta figure it out. I just gotta make sure it's. We'll get it, y'all. I kind of like that because it looks like there we go. Find the perfect. Oh, nuts. Did I cut that too short? Dang on it. It didn't want me to use that piece shell. It really didn't want me to. But I've done it. Get rid of that. Just didn't want me to use it. Well, we'll get rid of that piece. Not a big deal. All right, we have to figure out something else here because that did not work like I wanted it to. So I'm crazy about that. Unfortunately, I kind of cut it way too short. Kind of liking that because we can put it like that because there's a line going right there, kind of like right in the middle.
Validated the song by Agnes Gendron, and the lyrics are mine, and I do hope you enjoy it. It's called Choice Finder.
I just need a little bit of the music tonight, y'all. Gotta figure this out. It's part of it to kind of having to do the pattern pieces that you kind of have to. See what this looks like in a minute. I think I'm going to go with, I think actually this will work. So I'll carry that on there, kind of like tilt it this way, going down. I'll kind of carry that on there. This time I won't cut it too short. So that one I got way too short and we got a problem. There we go. That looks good. It's a little lighter going towards the bottom, but it's got the matching dark. That'll work. That'll work. I'm gonna use a piece of paper. I forgot to get a little. Oh, let me use this. Got to get a little container for my glue because I've got one that's gonna fray if I don't take care of it. I wish I could play Elvis music, y'all. I really do. Unfortunately, they don't let you do that. By the time I get to Phoenix. You're on the note. On the door. I don't sing very well, and I don't care tonight. We love every one of our hearts as I leave. So many times. Oh, by the time a rookie she'll be running. And I'm in a call. Show you people some ring. Hi, welcome on in. We're just playing music and cutting fabric and chilling out tonight. But hashtag blessed in the chat if you want people to connect with your channel. I know You will. I will. So she would know. Really. It sounds like an old track. It's because it is.
And now I'd like to do a thing called simply the theme for sale.
That is a member of our family. He's not, he's like an uncle to me, Scott Thompson. And you have to understand, Scott was totally blind from day of birth. And he had an amazing voice. Unfortunately, he hasn't been able to play for years because he was involved in an accident that disabled his arms. But when he could do it, man, he had an amazing gift, that's for sure. And so I listen to his music. My childhood comes back. I just woke up. Oh, I'm sorry. It's so fun waking up when you kind of go through a nightmare. I don't like nightmares. I like to. Nobody needs to do that. Our bodies like to play tricks on us, right? We don't appreciate. Hopefully, everybody else's Saturday is doing well. We will have a busy day. I can guarantee you, I will probably be going live on the way to church earlier than usual because we have to go pick up a cake tomorrow on the way. But I will probably not be doing a live in the evening because I'm going to be tired. We have a special day at church tomorrow, so I'll be having that and then coming home and resting because I just know ahead of time it's going to be a blessing, but it's going to be tiring. And if everything goes as planned, I'm supposed to go on Elevate's channel at 10 o'clock. He's having a panel. I don't know how many people are going to be on there, but if I can, I will share it to this channel. I like that a lot. Breaks it up a lot. Looking good in the neighborhood. Okay. And we're going to do solid. And then we'll do the same colors that way. But I think because of this pattern, we'll make it pick a different color, different part of the pattern for that end part. All right. I'll look at it. When I get an opportunity, you may have to help me load it onto fourth wall. You know the problems I have with fourth wall. I'll get with you on that. Y'all, if you haven't checked out Alfonso, please do. Oops. Awesome guy, good friend. And a lot of the stuff you see on our merch store is because of his amazing talent too. So go check him out, please. If you haven't already. Oops. I don't need me to. Go ahead and check out. Yep. He helps. I'm telling you, half the stuff wouldn't be on the merch store if it wasn't for him, because my computer doesn't always like the merch store. And so we help each other. That's what friends do, right? But it's funny because it's like my computer will sometimes like it and sometimes not. And it's kind of like, and so he'll help me get stuff. But we're going to have some shirts coming up with stuff for Kinusaiga. So for those people that and we will be using the logo for Christina and I, which is the Kinusaiga chicks. So it will be kind of that logo that'll be on there, because we'll want to do that. I also have to remember I've got to set up for the thing, and I have to order what is it, the pumpkins and the ornaments too. I'm going to show you all how to do that with fabric. And before I forget, I'm going to be doing, hold on a second, this has got to be down just a little bit more on the, so it's got a little bit of the orange coming through. It's not enough of the orange. I'm going to be showing you something that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be adding to, there's a craft thing. It costs like $30 to participate in it locally. But I'm going to be going ahead and participating this year. I didn't do it last year just because of stuff that was going on. But um, I'm going to take soap caddies, but I'm also going to take these. And I'm going to show you all how to take fabric, which would make great Christmas gifts, along with taking those composition books that you can get at Dollar Tree and some heat and bond, and making journals for people for Christmas with fabric colors, fabric cuts. So we've got the fabric. Figured we might as well show you all how to do that. It will be really cool. You take heat and bond, and you take fabric, and you take composition books from the Dollar Tree, and you can make absolutely really you can go to Hobby Lobby when they have the 30% off if you don't have a store locally, and make great gifts and fine fabric that would be personable to somebody. Make them a composition. They would never know it. So I'm going to do several for the fair, the craft fair at the local church. So in our area that we've gone to in past years, like I said, there was just a lot of stuff going on, and we didn't end up going last year. So I thought it'd be really cool to show you all how to do that as an inexpensive project. We also are going to be ordering pumpkins, 3D, and ornaments to show you how you can do Kinusaiga on either one of those two as well. But I have to order those. But I go pick up the composition notebooks, and I've got plenty of fabric that we can work with. And maybe stuff that I would use on that I don't necessarily see myself using in the Kinusaiga that would be pretty. So I'm going to show you all how to use that technique, because it will be a great technique to have for a Christmas gift, birthday gift. Somebody that likes to journal. You can make them a whole set of it if you wanted to, and go to the store and pick out fabric that's to their liking, their personality. And maybe somebody that's getting married or something like that, and they would, uh, you know, they would like something. So anyway, that's what we're going to be doing for sure. I thought it'd be really cool to show you all how to take that and do that trick with. So is there Christmas gifts that you already have in mind for people for Christmas? If you're looking for another Christmas gift, don't remember we are with the Amish Soap Company, the Amish County Soap Company. Great ideas there for Christmas. If you remember, you did get a coupon put up today that'll be up for a couple days. You got that coupon before I release it to anybody else. So we'll be doing that. I'm excited, and I'll do a live on it, but then I'll do a short on how to do it. But I wanted to get a couple of composition notebooks and fabric, and I've got some, I think, really cool fabric that would work with it. So, and all you need is heat and bond, and all you need is heat and bond and fabric and an iron, and you're set. Get in there. I said sometimes you need these, so just have to be very careful when using them because they're for when things won't cooperate the way you want them to cooperate. You get it. The heavy hitter is in. Sometimes I have to kind of push this because sometimes it gets like you have to do that facelift trick. Because this you're kind of seeing the white and I don't want to see it. But I think if I put down anything else, I'm going to see it anyway. So I got to kind of cover it up. Here we go. I think. Sometimes you can take your fabric or your foam and just, mash it because sometimes it just needs it. Sometimes you have to bring the other part up and then have to hit it with some glue. Favorite little trick, I'm telling you. Suppose I can get it kind of hidden. Because unfortunately, kind of. So next week, Tuesday and Thursday, I guarantee you I will not be going live. Except for on the way to Christina's. And then on Saturday, we'll probably be heading up there. So there we go. We got it. We got it now. Possibly. I know we're not doing perfect, but I got to get it to the point where I don't see it. There we go. There we go. Now we're not, so we don't look like such a big hole. That was the problem. I looked really like a big hole. It's like, no, I'm not happy with that. Glue will keep it from fraying. It just needed to not look so big. Sometimes you may have to, when you're going to finish a piece up, you kind of have to look at it afterwards. Sometimes you have to go back when it's dry and you're not trying to finagle it and look at it. And then you have to look at it this way because people are going to be looking at it this way. They're not going to necessarily be like, we're examining a piece right now. And so how you see it up is going to be very different than how you see it from when you're actually working on the piece. So just something to keep in mind. Looks really cool. Oh, well, thank you. Welcome on in, everybody. All right. Thanks, Alfonso. I think it's kind of, I love it. It's like, fall this in the air. Is that with that or that? I forgot to cut that piece. I cannot wait for fall. I love fall. Fall is my favorite time of year, y'all. Hands down. Now we're going to pick a little bit lighter on this side because we want to make sure that we can see it. So when we're looking at this fabric, I want to look more for like, even if it looks like we find, so that you see what I mean? When we're going to put it up to here, we don't want to look at, we don't want it to be so like, so different. But at the same time, I'd like for it to look a little bit where it's kind of like, I don't know how to explain it. I'll explain it in a minute. Where we have a little bit of difference, but it literally makes it look a little different. Because this is dark, so we want to bring in some of the light. I'm kind of leaning towards going more like this direction. I think we're going to cut right here. Because you don't want this exactly like the other one, because then they're going to blend in and it won't look like too different. You don't want it to look totally different, but you kind of want it to have some kind of difference so that it has a little bit of a different thing to it. We don't want to use this, of course, the raw edge. Hopefully I did that. So you've got a little bit, but you just want to be careful when you're doing that. If you're going to use a fabric like I'm choosing to use. Because otherwise, if we use exactly the same, then it's going to look like it's just one continuous leaf, and you'll have to put some kind of, um, you'll have to outline it. I really don't want to outline this. I have no desire to outline this. So I want to do it so that there's obviously a difference, and so. I need to find some. We've got some on our channel. I need to find some like music that's real free music. Kind of cut this, and I don't want to redo it again. So we'll get our glue out. We'll fix it with glue. Fix it with glue, and I don't duct tape. Duct tape won't work, but glue will. Because this one I cut like way too, but we're gonna make it fixed, and it's gonna be just fine. See, now we can. Now you've got. Oh, nuts. Yeah, but why did that do that? Wasn't supposed to do that. I gotta see what I can stretch. I think because it got pulled. Maybe I can make it work. At least I can. I'm gonna go sit with it in a minute and glue it up. We'll be able to fix it. I got it a little bit more. A little bit more lined up, but I just don't want her to do it because then it's gonna mess the whole way I'm going with it. I don't know why I did that. We're gonna fix it. We're gonna make it work, believe me. Sorry, y'all. It just, we're gonna put some underneath it because it really did get like very close to the edge. So there's not much to hold it down. So we're gonna put it on the foam and then we're gonna make it work. That's a really good trick too. If you think you got it too close and you know that it's not gonna hold. Get it to the, I mean, you could sit there and do a whole, you could do a thing if you think. And sometimes you can take this and just, see, I'm kind of taking this, I just need it over the hump. And then you got to let this glue dry because that's what I tend to not do very often. And then we got it fixed. And I'm going to come back, but I don't know why that did that. So I'm going to come in here and see if I can get this. Is it literally, I'm not pulling this whole fabric up again. I'm just trying to get it to the point where I can get a little bit more on that side. So unfortunately, just got a little too. And we're going to, while we have the opportunity, we're going to tuck this in real good. Because I just kind of, we'll fix it. Just got to see, I need more over here to work with. And there's more on one side and not enough on the other side. Okay, now that's much better. And we'll glue it, but there wasn't enough to work with. That was the problem. Now we're all tight. We're all tidy now. And then we're going to hit this. And so sometimes you have to do that. You have to just get your glue and that should work. Now, unfortunately, I'm going to hit this end because I don't want to tear that up. I don't think I need to. I can get that done. That one looks really pretty. So see, because we've kind of done and picked part of the fabric that has this is darker and this is lighter, there's a divide between both the fabrics. You know what I mean? It's not the same. It's not like you're looking at two, even though it's the same fabric, it doesn't look like the same fabric. If that makes any sense. I'm going to kind of pull this because it has the yellow in there. I think it would be maybe towards this part of it to kind of the leaves to reflect that. And if you're wondering who's barking, that's our mocha, one of a kind. So that'll be really pretty coming from kind of matching up with this. It'll just give it a little bit of kind of coherence between the two without it being looking exactly like the other one. Because every fall leaf is different, just like everybody in the world is different. Nobody is the same. I gotta check out the time. Well, okay, about a couple more minutes, and if I can work on something else, well, I don't think I have anything else I can work on. I can show because I'd like to work on this. We'll see. I guess I could put it with the series and then have Elevate. That'd be fine. So we'll see if I can continue working on it while we're on the panel. See, it's like this one has a little bit from like the other one to represent it or to be able to go it. I thought one of these days, maybe Josh actually did pretty good last night. I was really impressed with my husband. I thought one of these days, maybe we'll get up and do a whole thing so that our story of how we met was on there, just for posterity's sake. I think it's be nice, but he did a great job. He said, if anybody ever needs something explained, it was a great way of explaining stuff. And we gave a shout out today. I know the person, Kendi K, does not have a lot of content on her new channel, but we did put a playlist on. It's not very long, but she has started a new channel. She has her Kendi K All Day channel, so you can all go over there and watch some of her stuff over there as well. but she's starting a new channel, so I wanted to, y'all haven't joined that one, please do support her. I'd appreciate it. We did an interview together and I really enjoyed it. Hey Peyton, welcome on in. How did we meet? That'd be cool. We met, my husband and I met on AOL. He did not have a computer. I did. Back in 1997 on Valentine's Day at 11:58 or 59. He knows the exact time. And that's where we met, a friends only chat room. And we connected with each other. And he was on a friend's computer. He was in Ohio. I was in Florida. And we literally sat up all night talking on the computer, realizing that we had a heck of a lot in common. And that's how we met. And then we started talking on the phone. Wish they'd had phones we have today because it would all been free. Boy, did we rack up a phone bill. And he was, he just, I truly say I married my best friend. I married my best friend. And very grateful. So that's how we met. And we tried dating. It didn't work, long distance. And then we just stayed friends. We both got married to two other people. I had a child. We got divorced and called me up and said in 2005, he sent me an email finding out how I was, and the rest is history. We got married 2 years later. We're like, we should have just married each other. Yes. Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you. Well, I'm glad you came in. I'm glad you're part of our community. Guys, we're only about 730 watch hours away from full monetization. We're going to be ending, see, in about 9:40 because I'm supposed to go on Elevated Chill's channel and he's going to send me a link. So I've got to get set up with that. I should be able to stream it on this channel, but he's going to be doing a panel and I said I would join. So, but you're getting married and just relax, comfortable. I just couldn't get it together today. I was really tired. I don't know why, but I was just tired. I was tired and just didn't really feel like doing anything. But tomorrow we'll have the luncheon after church, so I'll be trying to be doing that, helping with that when I can. I think too that the past couple days of me hurting the way I did with my back, and now it's finally it's back to normal. It just exhausted the heck out of me because it was just different pain. I mean, I was having trouble moving and I was in a lot of agony. So I think that it just made me really tired. I was having some allergies and seasons changing and all that stuff. So I could go back to bed, I'm telling you. Yes, I did. We got demonetized because apparently we voluntarily left the partner program when we didn't. And so, and they couldn't investigate it because apparently we voluntarily left. I don't understand it. Why didn't that come up that way? It won't work for you, Peyton. It only works. Try doing hashtag blessed. I don't know why that came up that way. There it goes. That was weird. That was weird. Nightbot's doing Nightbot again. I only do that for my mods. they've got their own code. And if I give you a code, then I gotta start giving everybody else a code. So we did that because for some reason, sometimes your Nightbot will work for you and sometimes it won't. So we got you covered either way, and that's what we do for our community. We have each other covered. Yep, it is. That's why we got you covered. For sure, but if you had told me, 20 odd some odd years ago, I'd have been living in Ohio, I would have told you, yeah, right. Let alone the town that my mother grew up in. I'd have, you're right, not, no way. And now I can't imagine living out of the state of Ohio. I really enjoy the state of Ohio. I can't imagine. And if I had to, I would, but I really can't imagine it. I love the Ohio countryside. I love the Amish country. I just can't imagine living any other place in Ohio. I told my husband when I married him, I said, I told him if we ever have to move someplace, I'll live any place but Ohio, but Indiana unless I had to, if my daughter moved or something like that and I had to go live in Indiana, I would, but it's not a place we go visit. I'm happy to go visit, but it's not a place I want to live. If I had to go, I would, but it's just not my favorite. Well, we were dating and we were across states and he did the first time. He's never done it again. He knows the second time around. He knew I got a good one this time. I'm not messing that up. So we stayed friends and you know, he's been faithful ever since we got married and even before that he was faithful. He's a good guy. So yes. He learned. That's the important thing, right? He learned. I got a good one. I ain't messing this one up for sure. He knows. And I've been faithful to him the entire time we've been married. The one thing about me is I'm a very loyal person, and he knows that. And when I'm with somebody, I'm very faithful to them, and that's it. There's nothing. Yeah, the grass ain't always greener on the other side. Hi, Riches. Welcome on in. We're gonna be in here for another like 10 minutes, and then I'm going to stop the stream in about 10 minutes. And I'm going to be on Elevated's channel. He's having a panel. So if I still am working on this, I'll just work on this. But um, he's doing a panel, and he asked people to come on. I said I would come on. So, but we're just relaxing. We're being we're just comfortable, relaxing, chilling, chatting, doing Kinusaiga, making fall happen. Right? Do I want that? Oh. Maybe I do, because we had a little yellow here. That'll give it a little tip of a different aspect versus the same. Let's focus on this right there. I'm going to go ahead and cut this just off right there. So, yes, elevated chills. one of many pumpkins. I love how the leaves turned out, y'all. They turned out really cool. Cool. And I've got to figure out the horse and buggy. Now this week, just for everybody, Tuesday we'll be doing live early in the morning. Thursday we'll be doing a live early in the morning, and Saturday, we have to um, yeah, and I'm gonna stream it on this channel too. And so, and we're gonna be going up there Saturday too. So, and pray that gas goes down between now and then, right? I'd like that. You know, but I also think too, if Josh and I had gotten together when we first were, we found each other, we would have failed. You know, we didn't because we we had already we had been through that, and we just knew that we needed to he's gonna have a small panel. um that we were where we are when we finally walked down that aisle. We'd already been absolutely, there's elevated, there's the live that he's going to be doing. We'd already been married. We knew um you know where we had been, and we knew that we didn't want to go down in divorce court again. Creating a post. He's No, he had matured. He knew, and so we were in a very different stage. Kind of the second time around than we were the first time. And I think that sometimes in life you go through those and you meet each other and you go, okay, we were in a different part of our lives. And, you know, than we were when we first met each other. So I think it's, sometimes couples go through that, and I think it's just so easy today, and I hate to say it, but a lot of people just, oh, I don't, there's days I will always love them, but there's days I'm not, gets on my nerves, and I get on his nerves, and it's just, this whole thing where you see somebody else and you think it's going to be greener on the other side, and it's not. Marriage and relationships take hard work and energy, and you both sacrificing to make the other person, to do other things for the other person. It's about becoming one, and realizing you're doing something for somebody else. It's not about you. And it's not easy. The people that sit there and say, oh, it's 50-50. No, it's not. It's 100%. 100%. You both are giving, you both are working through stuff, you both are growing, you both are changing, you both are becoming different. You know, everything that didn't irritate you before, once you were married, you thought were cute, becomes non cute afterwards. And, you know, and, nobody said it was going to be an easy road. You know, it's like when you have a baby and everything, oh, it's going to be so cute and wonderful. And it is, but it's a lot of hard work. You know, and that baby's crying for, I've had times with Christina where I loved her, but she used to cry for 3 hours, just fussy. And the only thing we could do was just walk her around and do stuff. And, you know, or turn on, I mean, it just happened to be one night. This kid was smart. And no, it was one day and she was just crying. She was just being fussy. And we couldn't get her to calm down. My mom was walking her around. And all of a sudden I turned on the mixer and she stopped crying. So we were up in the middle of the night turning on the mixer, the stand mixer.
9:38.
Thank you. Well, then you know what you want. Not everybody is meant to have children, and that's okay. So, you know. And so my mother thought of this wonderful idea about doing, going in the garage, taking a blank tape when we had blank tape shell, right? And putting on the the mixer so that no, I'm gonna change this. Sorry, I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna flip it to this side. I want more of that stuff. I don't know if you're gonna see the blue, but I do want a little bit of that blue come through. If it does, I don't know if it's gonna come. Yeah, a little bit of it will come through that side. Um, and she thought I'll do this, and we'll get this, and it'll be the uh, nope, I don't actually think I like that. I think we liked it. I liked it better the way it was. Because you got it'll be fine. I like it better this way. Change my mind. I'm allowed to. So my mother went out to the garage, put the mixer on. It was just a hand mixer, and thought we'll record the mixer. And then that way we could take it in our car and put it in the tape deck. And this way, when Christina's screaming her head off in the car, we could just put on the mixer. Would you know that child knew the difference? She knew the difference between the real mixer and not the mixer. Okay, okay, Riches. She knew the difference between the real thing and the one on the tape. Little stinker. I said, Mom, that didn't work. We tried. Okay, I'm just gonna finish this leaf and then he's not gonna send it till like 9:45, but she knew the difference between the real and the fake mixer on the tape, even though I didn't sound like it, but she knew the difference. So be in the middle of the night with the hand mixer going. It's too funny. And believe it or not, we did not wear out that mixer. Even the time that we used it over and over again. We never wore that thing out. It still worked after even after we got done having to use it to help her. Because she was fussing and fussing and fussing, and we could turn on that mixer and it would get her to stop and focus on something beside crying. trying to get this to. But people say, oh, kids are going to be easy. They're not. They take a lot of work. And you think you're going to be prepared. You think you got all the stuff. You're prepared and everything. And you're just never prepared. You're just never. You're never prepared enough for them. They come and they don't come with an owner's manual. So you just don't know. And every kid's different and everybody's different. That's the way it's supposed to be. We're not supposed to all be the same, y'all. We are. This world would be very boring. I tell you all the same thing every time. Oh, I love how that looks. Oh, that looks so cool. I'm thinking I wanted to put that fabric all the way around, but I'm kind of thinking, and I've got to hop off for a minute, is maybe thinking about adding, I don't know, a dark green maybe for the bottom part of this. And then for the top, adding this. I may look at that, which would be this, and then I got to hop off. Only because I think that maybe taking this, right, and putting this on the bottom. I think I'd have enough possibly to do 4 of them. Thinking I may do this just around here. I don't know. We'll see. I may. Because I just think that this would be better maybe down here versus this whole part. Or I may think about just changing that up a little bit. Or taking this. I don't know if I like the polka dots, but I don't think I like the polka dots. Taking this and putting this on like the bottom of it. I think I may like that. And then just having this go against this. It may look nice. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. I don't know. I kind of like the green. I don't know. We'll see. We will see. Because I don't know if I want the whole thing on the bottom. Because I don't know if it'll be too busy to put down here. See, I think that's going to distract right from the leaves. And it is. I think this would look great all around the rest of the pumpkin. I love it, but I think down in this part, we're going to have to add a green. And it's either going to be this green or a softer green. I have to find it. Because I just think it's going to distract on the bottom. So we got to find a different green. And then put this. This is not going to work. We got to put this, and then we'll put this all the way around. I think that'll look great up there, but this section will have to do that. So reach, you know what? I can do that. I forgot I can do that. Let me see if I can do it real quick before we end this, and then we'll. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna head over it. I'm gonna go check the email for what I need to do. And then if I can work on this while we're talking, I will. I gotta go get my earphones to go to YouTube Studio for a minute. Direct. Now if I can do it while I'm in the live. I forgot about that. So I haven't had it for a while. I haven't done it for a while. I forgot all about it. Oh, I can. Yay. I forgot about the redirecting feature. It's been a while since I've done it. And then let's see if it shows up. Sometimes it, okay. That way it should redirect you all over there. But then I think we'll probably be able to do it on our channel too. So I'm going to end this live. Oh, it's my husband. It's Josh. It's Josh talking in the background. Um, so I'm going to head off on here and I will meet you over there, y'all. And please go support him. But this live stream will end and it will head direct you right over to Elevated Chills. All right. Remember, y'all, be proud of being you. Everyone else is taken. Keep crocheting that connection. No crochet hook is required or seam ripper. We have you covered. Thank you so much for having us covered. And again, tomorrow we will do church, but I probably will be taking tomorrow night off. I love each and every one of you, and I'll be back Monday. If I can get the horse and buggy ready to start, I will do that. That's the one we're going to work on next. All right. I may be doing something else in between there. I don't know. We'll see. All right. I love y'all. Have a great night. Bye bye, everybody. See you over in that elevate.